Welcome back to post tea session. Let me pose this question to Dr. R.G. Agarwal, Chairman Emeritus Dhanuka Agritech. Sir, how do you see the emerging scenario on developing climate resilient agrochemicals and use these to counter the changes observed in global agricultural patterns due to climate change?
Thank you very much. आज जो ग्लोबल क्लाइमेट चेंज का माहौल है उसकी वजह से नए नए एग्जोटिक पेस्ट और फार्मर की प्रॉब्लम्स बढ़ती जा रही है, लेकिन जहाँ तक रेजिलिएंट एग्रोकेमिकल्स डेवलप करने की बात है उसके अंदर हम शायद बहुत पीछे हैं। अब हर कोई बात का रीज़न होता है कि हम क्यों पीछे हैं। वर्ल्ड में 1100-1200 पेस्टिसाइड हैं, हमारे यहाँ शायद 350 पेस्टिसाइड रजिस्टर्ड हैं और हमारे यहाँ नए पेस्टिसाइड आ नहीं रहे हैं। क्यों नहीं आ रहे हैं? क्योंकि हमारे लॉज ऐसे हैं कि जो आज हमारे फार्मर्स की देश की ज़रूरत है उसके हिसाब से जो हमारे कानून हैं जो आरडीपी अलाउ नहीं करते, उसकी वजह से इंटरनेशनल जो प्रोडक्ट है, एक प्रोडक्ट को इंडिया में लाना या कॉम्बिनेशन डेवलप करना, उसमें 20-30 करोड़ रुपया रजिस्ट्रेशन में खर्च होता है। 3 से 5 साल का डाटा जनरेशन में, फिर 3 से 5 साल का समय CIB-RC से रजिस्ट्रेशन में, उसमें इतना पैसा खर्च होता है कि आज R&D या इनोवेशन में हमारे प्रेसिडेंट प्राइम मिनिस्टर साहब ने 2019 में LPU में बोलते हुए कहा था, जय जवान जय किसान और जय विज्ञान के नारे में जय अनुसंधान। लेकिन अनुसंधान होगा कहाँ से? अगर जो अनुसंधान करने वाला है, जो इन्वेस्ट करने वाला है, उसको अगर कोई रिटर्न ही नहीं मिलेगी तो हम कितनी भी आप सेमिनार करिए, मीटिंग करिए, जब तक फंडामेंटल जो ग्रास रूट की प्रॉब्लम है उसका सॉल्यूशन नहीं होगा। अभी सेक्रेटरी फार्मा और केमिकल उन्होंने भी एक मीटिंग रखी थी, तो वहीं ये क्वेश्चन था, उन्होंने कहा कि भाई आप आपस में मिलकर डिसाइड करिए। कुछ एसोसिएशन चाहते हैं कि हो, कुछ नहीं चाहते। अरे भाई ये कागज़ है तो आप फोटोकॉपी करोगे ना। अगर आप नया मॉलिक्यूल आने ही नहीं दोगे देश में तो कॉपी किसकी करोगे? आज जितने भी मॉलिक्यूल्स इंडिया में आए हैं वो मल्टीनेशनल द्वारा रिसर्च किए गए, इंडिया में आए, फिर इंडिया में उन्होंने टेक्निकल प्लांट लगाए, फिर उसके बाद इंडियन कंपनी ने भी प्लांट लगाए। तो आज इसी प्रोसेस की ज़रूरत है। या तो नए प्रोडक्ट के रिसर्च में 2,500-3 हज़ार करोड़ खर्च होता है, तो हमारे यहाँ कंपनी में इतनी ताकत हो कि हम अपनी रिसर्च करें। अगर हम अपनी नई रिसर्च कर सकते हैं तो इनकी बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरत है। आज एक ब्लैक थ्रिप्स का एग्जाम्पल लें तो इतनी रेसिस्टेंस डेवलप कर चुका है कि आज ये डाउट है कि ये पूरे इंडिया में वेरियस क्रॉप्स में जा रहा है और इसका कंट्रोल नहीं हुआ। तो हमारे सामने फिर से एक एग्रीकल्चर में एक बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज सामने है जिसका आज की डेट में कोई कंट्रोल सामने नज़र नहीं आ रहा, और हमें सबको मिलकर ऐसे न्यू केमिकल्स और पेस्टिसाइड्स की सख्त ज़रूरत है जो आज के समय की जो क्लाइमेट चेंज है उसके हिसाब से उनको पूरा कर सके। थैंक यू।
धन्यवाद सर। मैं आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट चंद्रशेखर जी इफ यू कैन ऐड टू वॉट एवर सर हैज सेड, डॉक्टर R.G. अग्रवाल।
थैंक यू प्रवीण जी। आई थिंक अग्रवाल साहब ने नींव तो रख दी इस डिस्कशन के लिए, और मैं जो कहना चाह रहा था कि टॉपिक है जो चेंज, क्लाइमेट, ऑल दिस थिंग्स वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट, तो यहाँ पे हमारी इंडस्ट्री के सभी इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट स्टॉलवर्ड्स हैं, एमिनेंट लीडर्स हैं। तो मैं एक डेटा देख रहा था, उस डेटा से मैं आई गॉट रियली पर्टर्ब्ड। वी आर सेइंग एंड वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द चेंज इन क्लाइमेट and what is its impact and how resilient agrochemical can be. So before talking about a change, if you allow me, I'll just take 2 minutes. जो मन की बात है ना, मैं 30 साल से मैं इस इंडस्ट्री में हूँ, तो मन की बात हिंदी में निकलती है और ये राष्ट्र जानता है। तो मैं एक छोटी सी मेरी मन की बात बताना चाह रहा था। मैंने किसी फोरम में भी ये चर्चा करी थी हम जिस इंडस्ट्री में है उस इंडस्ट्री की जो दशा है वो बार बार उसके ऊपर प्रश्न चिन्ह लगते रहते हैं और हमें फोर्स किया जाता है कि हम चेंज करें। तो मैं ये बताना चाह रहा था, एक छोटी सी एनेक्डोट है। एक संपन्न परिवार में 3 पुत्र थे और एक का नाम था रामनाथ और दूसरे का नाम था लक्ष्मीनाथ और तीसरे का नाम था कल्लू। रामनाथ और लक्ष्मीनाथ बढ़िया काम कर रहे थे, पर कल्लू बहुत ज़्यादा काम कर रहा था। वो देश के हित में काम कर रहा था। वो जीडीपी में उसका 14% उसका भागीदारी थी, पर कल्लू हमेशा कल्लू ही कहलाता था। उसके ऊपर प्रश्न बार बार लगते थे कि भाई तुमने क्या किया। नहीं इतना, अब मैं बता देता हूं कि ये जो तीनों भाई थे, एक हो गया फार्मास्यूटिकल रामनाथ, वो जो लक्ष्मीनाथ था वो वेटनरी वाला हो गया, वो कल्लू हो गया हमारा एग्रोकेमिकल। अब कल्लू जब तक नाम रहेगा तो उसके साथ भेदभाव होता रहेगा, ये पहली बात है। और अगर ये देख लें आप, इसी वाले इसमें जीएसटी जो रिफॉर्म हुआ है फार्मास्यूटिकल में, आपके 5 और 12% है मैक्सिमम, पर आपका जो कल्लू है उसको 18% देना पड़ा और देता रहेगा। तो एक इस मंच के माध्यम से मैं अपनी बात रखना चाह रहा था सबसे पहले कि हम इस जो पेस्टिसाइड which got transformed to agrochemical and then again crop life put this crop protection, actually इसका नाम बदलने की आवश्यकता है because it doesn't resonate well. We can call it crop medicine, it could be plant medicine, it could be crop floriculture horticulture medicine. जब तक हम ये काम नहीं करेंगे तो हमें एक कल्लू की नज़रिए से देखा जाएगा और इसको सुधारना बहुत ज़रूरी है। तो ये, क्योंकि यहाँ पे डॉक्टर सुभाष हैं, इंडस्ट्री के सभी गणमान्य अतिथि हैं, तो मैं इस फोरम को यूज़ कर रहा हूँ कि सर इसके ऊपर जरूर कार्य करें ना।
तो इसमें सर दिक्कत क्या है?
दिक्कत कोई नहीं है, दिक्कत नहीं, दिक्कत यही है कि हम हमेशा ये चाहते हैं कि जो अंग्रेज लोग पहले करेंगे या यूएस करेगा या यूरोप करेगा तब हम करेंगे। इसमें से एक भी नाम हमने नहीं दिया है, तो क्यों ना हम यहाँ पे भारत में हम अपना पहल करें और हम इसको कहें क्रॉप मेडिसिन, और न कि यहाँ तक, क्योंकि हम जो काम कर रहे हैं ये बहुत ही गौरव वाली बात है। कहीं कहीं पे जो हमारे पंजाब और हरियाणा यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में कुछ जब हमने स्टार्ट किया था कैरियर, ये ग्रीन क्रॉस भी यूज़ होता था सर, अगर आपको याद होगा। वाई कांट दैट बी असाइंड सो दैट द जॉब बिकम्स वेरी रिस्पेक्टेबल। हम देश की जनता को पूरा अन्न उत्पादन करके दे रहे हैं और हमारा जो तिरस्कार होता है, हर एक बार हमें कोई आंसर देना पड़ता है, मैं समझता हूँ वो हमारे लिए विचारणीय है। सो विद दैट आई विल जस्ट कम टू द पॉइंट। वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द चेंजिंग क्लाइमेट एंड देन वी नीड टू हैव द रेजिलेंट एग्रोकेमिकल्स फॉर दैट। व्हाई? द क्वेश्चन इज व्हाई यू वांट टू चेंज। जो पिछला जो डेटा निकाला है मैंने, उसमें दिख रहा था कि 0.7 डिग्री सेल्सियस पिछले 10 साल में हमारा जो सरफेस का है वो टेम्परेचर चेंज हुआ है। एवरेज करीबन 25.14 था, वो 25.74 हुआ है। नाउ देयर इज अनदर थिंग वी से दैट, जो स्टडीज है वो एक स्टडी ये कहती है जो इंडिया में है, विथ एवरी डिग्री चेंज इन टेम्परेचर wheat productivity will come down by 3%, and Europe में the data says it's a 6%. So okay, 3 और 6. Now मैंने 14-15 से लेकर के 24-25 का जो निकाला है, 4 मुख्य क्रॉप निकाले, पैडी, व्हीट, मेज एंड देन कॉटन, जो खरीफ के लिए। इसमें चारों में से जो 3 ऊपर की क्रॉप है, यहाँ पे 14-15 से 23-24 में करीबन 25 से 27% तक का आपका यील्ड में इंक्रीज हुई है। जो पैडी 23-24 थी वो आज करीबन 29 हो गई है। All this data is very much there. So when the temperature has changed but your overall productivity has not changed, so has it become such a burning topic to change? I would say there are 2 or 3 more issues which are related to your productivity, and these are, एक तो आपका पानी, दूसरा आपकी मिट्टी, तीसरा आपकी एग्रोनॉमिक प्रैक्टिस, और चौथा क्लाइमेट। तो फेवरेबल क्लाइमेट ऑफ कोर्स हेल्प अस टू प्रोड्यूस मोर, बट आई थिंक मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट इज योर वाटर। हमने अपना ज्ञान कितना किसान तक पहुंचा पाए, that is not sufficient. It is not sufficient. If we just refer to the documents and refer to all the statistics, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, यहाँ पे many districts water is not even drinkable, not potable. What are the reasons? The reasons are the nitrate. Nitrate content has gone up because of the abusive usage of urea. It is creating a problem. जो पानी आप पी नहीं सकते, हम उसको खेत में डालने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। हमने जो चीजें मापदंड होनी चाहिए, सर हमारे वो पानी का मापदंड है ही नहीं, मिट्टी का है ही नहीं। जो परफॉर्मेंस एक मैं यहाँ पे से आप तक शेयर करना चाहता हूँ सर, हम कह रहे हैं रेजिलेंट होना चाहिए। हमारी काफ़ी सारे हर्बिसाइड आज इफेक्टिव नहीं है, कहते हैं इफेक्टिव नहीं है। वन ऑफ द रीजन इज योर हाई पीएच वाटर ऑफ ऑल दिस एरिया। पंजाब कहीं पे भी आपको 8 साढ़े 8 से कम नहीं है। पूरे पंजाब की मिट्टी कम से कम मैंने ट्रायल टेस्ट कराए हुए हैं। योर पीएच ऑफ सॉइल इज वेल अबव 8 and all the science evidences are there on alkaline soil, and with alkaline water the efficacy of herbicides goes down drastically. One of the studies says if your pH is 8.5 and herbicide, if you have kept it there, the half life of that product reduced only in 2 hours. 2 घंटे में उसकी मारक क्षमता हर्बिसाइड की, अगर 8.5 pH पे अगर उसका बना हुआ है तो 2 घंटे में उस हर्बिसाइड की मारक क्षमता कम हो जाती है। Now these are real challenges which need to be addressed to improve the profitability. So while changing climate does have an impact, but these impacts are more relevant at this moment for the Western world. In India, we need to educate. The responsibility this team has to take, those who are selling the crop medicine, we have to educate because we don't have any intermediary. हम पूरे देश में अगर सच पूछा जाए तो कितने हम ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम करते हैं डीलर डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर के लिए, जो 78%, 70 to 80% इन्फ्लुएंस करता है फार्मर के डिसीजन के लिए। वी आर नॉट एबल टू डू इट। सो आई थिंक द क्रिटिकल प्रॉब्लम लाइज हियर हाउ वी आर serving nation by educating them, we becoming responsible, making them to use responsibly, the product responsibility. These are a key concern which I feel these are important to address if we have to really make this crop medicine a successful business for the Indian entrepreneurs, to the farmers, and improve the profitability of the nation. So I would put this on priority rather than the climate change, which has got minimal impact at this moment.
Thank you, Chandrashekhar ji. I would now request Dr. Shubham Yadav to give your views on this particular topic. Short and precise.
Thank you, sir, and good morning to all of you. मैं इसमें चंद्रशेखर सर ने और अग्रवाल सर ने काफ़ी कुछ बोल दिया इस टॉपिक पे। मेरा भी ऐसा ओपिनियन है कि जैसे पेस्टिसाइड्स जो होते हैं मतलब वो पॉइजनस नहीं होते, एक तरीके से मेडिसिन है प्लांट के लिए। इसका जो इमेज है पेस्टिसाइड्स का वो चेंज होना चाहिए। अभी थोड़ा सा इस वाले सब्जेक्ट में निगेटिव इमेज है, तो मैं इस चीज़ से सहमत हूँ कि पेस्टिसाइड्स को क्रॉप मेडिसिन ही मानना चाहिए और इसके इमेज को इम्प्रूव करने के लिए इस पर कार्य करना चाहिए हम सबको मिल के। और बाकी जैसे क्लाइमेट चेंज में टेम्परेचर स्लाइटली बढ़ जाता है, बाकी कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड का भी कंसंट्रेशन जो है एटमॉस्फेयर में बढ़ता है, तो जब कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड बढ़ेगा तो जाहिर सी बात है कुछ वीड्स जो है उनका ग्रोथ ज़्यादा होगा, क्योंकि CO2 फोटोसिंथेसिस में यूज होता है। तो उस केस में 2 चीज़ें इम्प्रूव करनी पड़ सकती है। जैसे जो हमारे पास वीडीसाइड्स है, तो वीडीसाइड्स का डोज भी फिर बढ़ाना पड़ेगा जब उसका ग्रोथ वीड का ज़्यादा होगा। तो साथ में हमको न्यू मॉलिक्यूल्स भी इस सेक्टर में डेवलप करने पड़ेंगे, जिससे कि क्योंकि रेजिस्टेंस भी बढ़ता जा रहा है धीरे धीरे और न्यू मॉलिक्यूल्स उतने नहीं आ रहे हैं जितने आने चाहिए, खासकर इंडिया से। इस पे भी ज़रूरत है कि न्यू रिसर्च करके न्यू मॉलिक्यूल्स हमको लेकर आने चाहिए मार्केट में और फार्मूलेशंस को भी इम्प्रूव करना चाहिए। साथ में जैसे टेम्परेचर जब इंक्रीज होगा तो पेस्टिसाइड का जो सेल्फ लाइफ है उस पर भी इम्पैक्ट होता है। जैसे सेल्फ लाइफ जल्दी डिक्रीज कर सकता है, या फिर उसका मोड ऑफ एक्शन पे भी इम्पैक्ट होता है। जो डोज में पेस्टिसाइड काम कर रहा था, टेम्परेचर बढ़ने की वजह से उसका कुछ ना कुछ उस पर वेरिएशन आएगा। तो एक तरीके से बहुत ही ये R&D का पूरा टॉपिक है। और क्लाइमेट चेंज का पॉजिटिव इफेक्ट कम है, नेगेटिव ज़्यादा है, बट दोनों चीज़ें हैं इसमें। जैसे कुछ कुछ क्रॉप्स के लिए बेनिफिशियल भी हो सकता है। मैं ज़्यादा नहीं बोलते हुए बस इतना ही ऐड करूँगा। थैंक यू।
तो क्या समझें सर कि IPFT का नाम चेंज हो जाएगा, इंडियन पेस्टिसाइड फॉर्मुलेशन टेक्नोलॉजी, क्योंकि तब तो नामांकन करने की ज़रूरत है उसकी।
सर बात करेंगे इस पे।
नहीं नहीं, मतलब मैं इसलिए ये पूछ रहा हूँ क्योंकि हमें खुले दिमाग से सोचना है कि अगर कालू को का अगर कुछ गोरापन हो जाए तो शायद हमारा जो है संघर्ष आगे बढ़ सकता है। तो उसी को ध्यान में रखते हुए मैंने ये सवाल आपसे किया, उसको अन्यथा ना ले।
नो प्रॉब्लम सर, इस पे हम विचार करेंगे सर।
हाँ, coming to Manoj Varshney ji, my question to you is specific innovations. Got to know that you now have 50 products under your portfolio that you do have. So, and how your products are enhancing crop resilience against extreme weather events, or you have been seeing worldwide it's happening, not only in India. So, with respect to drought, flood, heat waves which are coming into picture.
Hello. Thank you very much for having me here, and it's a great opportunity for sharing the panel with eminent people from the industry and then share my thoughts. And I would like to congratulate IC and Indian Chemical News for organizing such an event and bringing a topic on climate resilience, wherein we have already faced a climate resilient Kharif this year, right? Now, whether it was climate resilient or climate impacted Kharif, that's what is what we are seeing. But in my opinion, this has been one of the most climate impacted Kharif season this year. Look at what was the forecast for this year. Monsoon is going to be super bumper, and everyone was so anxious that industry forecasts were coming that industry is going to grow in double digits. And then look at half of the Kharif year performance is in front of all of us. And I think this has been a climate impacted. Now this climate has been a warning signal for us to get prepared for the future, probably yes. But there have been, now this has not been the only year which has impacted. There have been many more years in the past also where climate got impacted. Some of them turned out to be very positive, and some of them did not turn out to be positive like this year. Now look at climate impacted, fall armyworm came in. No one used to do control of any kind of pest in maize crop. Today people are talking of maize is going to be a future crop, so let's plan herbicides, let's plan insecticide in the maize crop. Black thrips incidents some couple of years back which came in chili crop that gave a new life to the insecticide industry, and many more new products also got introduced. And then you see many of the companies have really got benefited. That is one, that they have seen double-digit growth. On the same side, farmers also were able to get very new innovative product adoption. So many changes we have already seen. So in my opinion, climate change is not a bad thing, right? So that's what I see. Climate change is what we need to see is obviously as an opportunity also. What used to work in the past, it's a challenge to us, in my opinion. What used to work in past may not continue to work in future. So adapt it according to that, change your strategies for the next coming 5, 10 years or 20 years, whatever you want to do, because past cannot keep on repeating. So that was one thought. So I wanted to congratulate you. I think all the eminent people from the industry are being there, and I just wanted to share my thoughts on this topic as an opening before addressing the question. Now coming to one more topic I wanted to add before answering to the question, and sorry I'm taking a little bit more time, but wanted to reflect on the thoughts, and I'll take the permission of the panel. Now, is agrochemical only can address the climate change? In my opinion, not, right? So a lot has to be done by seeds, wherein the climate adaptation needs to be. In fact, I used to work in seed industry, so working for the climate, working for the stress, working for the heat, working for different kind of thing. So I have been part of developing that part, right? Now, apart from, there are many things which seed alone or genetics cannot address, wherein the external stimulation, whether the biostimulants or the agrochemical industry, has to come forward to support that, right? Third is obviously an agronomic practices, the package of practices. Sometimes some crops used to be planted in one particular season, either preponing, postponing. So there are multiple things, and in my opinion, it's not only agrochemical industry which can do this alone. It has to be a multiple industry collaborative work, wherein which has to be initiated by overall industry group. It has to be done by the research and academia, and then it also has to be propagated back to the farmers, because important is the adoption also, right? So all put together, I think it's a joint and the shared responsibility, and I see huge opportunities which can be turned positive addressing this climate change. Now coming back to my topic on how agrochemical industry is responding to this, or what agrochemical industry can do to address this, in my opinion, I see 2 or 3 possibilities. One is advanced formulations, right? So there are some formulations like OD, which have got a better sticking nature to the leaf, or which have got a better dispersion, faster absorption, many more. In fact, we have people from the formulation technology industry also. So I think there is a need to work on the same molecule, but with a better dispersibility, better absorption, better stinginess. So probably that kind of formulation technology which can help us. And industry has already demonstrated. The customer also has adopted to some of those technologies. The need is to propagate that. Second one is obviously adoption, and third one is integrating biologicals, right? So in my opinion, so far industry has progressed well. At the time, there is a need for it to move forward. Now, similar way as you asked me about what IFFCO-MC is doing in adopting to the climate change, we have expanded our portfolio to 85 products, not 50 products, offering in solution for multiple crops. Majority of the crops now we are offering solutions which are sustainable, which are helping farmers and addressing the gaps what we have identified as per our capabilities. So we are trying and addressing on that. So all put together, I would like to sum up my question on climate resilience is an opportunity. Big businesses can be built up. Farmers can get better technologies. Industry, academia, or the government needs to come forward and address this. Thank you.
Shubham ji, any additions to whatever Varshney sir has said? Nothing. So we move to Dr. Vishal Choudhary, and my question to him is, what are the, you are now with the Office of Scientific Advisor, Principal Scientific Advisor to Government of India. So, and there are a lot of startup nurturing or the cluster nurturing that you are doing. So what specific initiatives your department is taking for innovation in agrochemicals, and how do you see the startup ecosystem with respect to developing climate resilient agrochemicals, and how it can be further improved upon? Because you were also taking care of being a deputy industry advisor to Department of Chemical and Petrochemicals. So you are the best person who have seen both the worlds of startup as well as agrochemicals. So your response, sir.
Thank you so much. That's a very relevant question. And first of all, thanks for inviting me in this very important and relevant session. Thanks to ICN team. So I will just take up the bit of what Varshney ji and Agarwal sir was discussing, that joint collaborative, how the collaboration between academia and industry can be increased. So our office is basically the Apex office in Government of India under Prime Minister's office. And we have given a mandate to identify the missions, policies in field of science and technology, and then to recommend to the cabinet and honorable PM sir. And after that, we have to identify the ministry to implement that. So various missions like AI mission, quantum mission, livelihood, national education policy, One Health, and very recently, National Plant Health Initiative, which will be declared as National Plant Health Mission. So all these missions are being identified and recommended by our office and then being asked by the ministries to implement that. So regarding to your question, our office, as you have told, that we have various initiatives, and one such initiative is that 5 years ago, it was recommended by Honorable Prime Minister's Innovation Advisory Council that we should have clusters or consortiums which will include research institutes and industry together. So we have established 8 such clusters, which we call them science and technology clusters across the country. And they have it is basically a consortium formed in the form of Section 8 organizations directly under the monitoring of Government of India. They have research institutes, academic institutes, industry partners, local authorities, and central authorities, all as an active partner of that consortium. And they have been given tasks to identify the regional problems. Most of them have identified the agriculture and the problems of farmers. They have done a lot of good work, which is already there in our website. They have identified a lot of technologies, which have, I will just like to inform, which has helped more than 25,000 farmers in Telangana and state of Maharashtra. And the same thing we are going to replicate in the state of Punjab, UP, and Maharashtra very soon. UP and Haryana very soon. So we have a collection of mature technologies with respect to agriculture equipments, with respect to the agrochemical formulations, for the information of IPFT also. Our clusters, in association with Indian Institute of Sciences, Bangalore, have developed 3 very safe formulations of EC, which has been converted into water-based, which now will be given for commercialization and then subject to Dr. Saab's, their recommendation and approval, because there's, administrative and the regulatory authority lies with them. We can only recommend for the innovation and science and technology. Similarly, this National Plant Health Initiative has been given as a mission to Department of Agriculture, Research and Education, which will include the maximum digitization, maximum information repository in the Government of India, for the Indian industry. And that mission has all the objectives which will help the domestic industry, the domestic agrochemical industry, the inputs for the agrochemical industries. So I will request that we will share all those mature technologies with all the industry associations, because they are already being implemented on the field, either in the form of, as I say, some new equipments or the crop cycle. The environment resilience technologies are also being highlighted and being implemented, or in the form of safer agrochemical formulation and pesticides combination. The cluster have also, very recently, very nicely optimized the nozzle design for the drone spray with respect to specific to pesticides and the fertilizers. So a lot of work is being done by the government to support the agrochemical industry, to support the agrochemicals, to support farmers and the agriculture. So, and it is already being implemented on the field. Nothing on paper. Now everything is, action oriented. Whatever, initiatives government suggests, the present government, it is all action oriented and result oriented only. So we would definitely, if any industry, any member is interested, we will like to share all those technologies. They are ready to implement, ready to adopt. So, and for the startup also, I would like to mention that these clusters have supported more than 250 startups in the field of agrochemicals. One of the startup has recently, by Punjab state government, he has been, appreciated. He has utilized this stubble waste and formed the very strong tiles which can be used in the flooring. That is, thermoproof tiles, which will keep the temperature control in extreme cold and extreme heat. So a lot of things are being done, and a lot of, farming equipments and the technologies are being developed by the startups which are supported by these clusters through Government of India and our office. So a lot of work is being done. Just we need to percolate and circulate the knowledge, and we'll definitely share. We have on our website also, we have a report and a compendium also published, which is a compilation of all these technologies. We'll definitely share, and I'm sure industry would definitely like to adopt that, because these all are TRL 8 and above. We are not talking about any research. The technologies which are already on the field, all the result-oriented, technologies. So, thank you so much.
One additional question is, how can industry benefit from those clusters and use these formulations for manufacturing or for coming up with commercial product?
वैसे तो मेरा नंबर है सर, आई एम द नोडल ऑफिसर फॉर ऑल द क्लस्टर्स, सो एंड वी आर देयर टू कनेक्ट विद इंडस्ट्री. जो इंडस्ट्री हमसे कनेक्ट करना चाहते हैं, यू कैन आइदर ईमेल मी और द क्लस्टर्स आर देयर ऑन द वेबसाइट ऑफ ऑफिस ऑफ पीएस एंड ऑल्सो वेबसाइट ऑफ पीएमओ. इट इज क्लियरली मेंशन्ड अबाउट द क्लस्टर्स. You can take the contact from them. Otherwise, you can email to me. We will get connected those industry members to all the clusters, and whatever technologies are there, clusters would be really more than happy to connect with the industries and implement them on the field and the technology.
Thank you, Vishalji. Due to paucity of time, I will try to take one last question from everybody. And here, I am asking suggestions that you would like to give policymakers on supporting industry efforts to accelerate the development and adoption of climate resilient agrochemicals, to start with Mr. Manoj Varshney, and then Dr. R.G. Agarwal. Dr. Vishal Choudhary is in the government, so whether he would like to give any views or not. And then Mr. Chandrashekhar Shukla, and then Dr. Shubham Yadav.
Yeah, thank you. I think since the regulators are also there, and we know in the morning we saw from one gentleman asking for that the regulatory timelines are increasing, stricter regulations. So in my opinion, the climate variability, I think there are two things. One, industry is in the development mode because industry was not prepared for it. Now the signals, industry want to do some development, but there are two challenges which are emerging. So one, obviously that people are looking for a higher product stewardship, they are looking for a higher environmental stewardship, and the third challenge which is coming is the food safety, right? All the three together coming up, I think they are, we understand that all three are very, very important, that they need to be delivered. The tighter and the stricter norms, and in fact, globally, if you look at, we all know the challenges being posed in Europe, the similar way it's look like India is also on the same track, and if we start following Europe, it will become very difficult for the industry to bring innovations faster to the farmers. So I think we understand that regulation has to be strict, but regulation with the strictness, with the time relaxation. Regulation has to provide that flexibility of the timing so that those solutions can flow in faster. So in my opinion, my request to the regulators will be to look at how we can bring down the timelines, because this climate, if this was alarm this year, we must address it on a quick basis and look for if there are solutions, what solutions can be bring in. So that is one. Second one is biologicals is picking up. So industry must come together, expand this industry, provide the reach of these products to the farmers so that these challenges can be addressed. So I would like to suggest from my side these 2 points, balance to the other panelists. Thank you.
Dr. R.G. Agarwal.
Friends, we are talking for agrochemicals, and agrochemicals are used by farmers for agriculture, for supply of food. So ultimately question comes food which we eat every day, and we want safe and nutritious food. Earlier only it was food security, but today we are talking nutrition security also. When we talk for agriculture, it's not only agrochemicals. We have to discuss then for holistic agriculture from soil health. Because first question comes soil health. If soil health is not taken care, then whatever we do, whatever new technologies we have, it will not be giving result. So the session is for agrochemicals, so that way we are talking for agrochemical. Just now, Dr. Vishal Choudhary has also discussed that they have developed these new technologies of new formulation, but we could not get answer who will invest money for registering those molecules. Our registering authorities are also sitting, and everybody know ki how much data is to be generated. Even if it is OD formulation, you have to generate whole data again. Is it right or not? Either government should give relaxation in generating data if a molecule is already registered and if a safer formulation is coming, then there should not be any need of lot of again bioefficacy or whatsoever data, then these molecules can be faster commercialized. If one has to invest, then all are sitting here businessmen, commercial people, whatever one may have in mind. But when we invest money, everybody wants return, whosoever he may be. In talking, we may talk anything, but practically there is no monopoly of any technology for anyone. If Mr. Manoj registers a molecule, and I also want to register that molecule, then it is open to me कि I generate the data, submit my documents, I will also get the registration. The problem is that registration is done by someone, investment is done by someone, 50 crore, whatever may be, because it depends upon the time taken in generating the data and in getting the registration. Amount increases every year because data generation is also not in your hands. Sometimes university where you are given, there you don't get the data, then your project goes on delay. So we have to see that how through plant medicine, I appreciate Mr. Shukla, and I also, we are using this terminology, that our image, which is not good, we are not looked with good eyes while we are working for the food security of the nation. Insurance of the crops. Government one side promotes insurance, and pesticides are giving automatic natural insurance and protecting the crops from various pests and help in increasing the production. As per FAO-WHO data, 40% crops are lost. So that way regarding policies, we have to see a realistic and pragmatic approach so that our farmers get new technologies. Our institutions, for example, IPFT, how much work they are getting for development of new formulation. If new formulations are relaxed with data and some type of data protection, because then it is to be commercialized. Like pharma, there is no doctor between pesticide industry and farmer. Here, we have to directly educate our dealers and farmers where various languages are there. It requires a huge, huge investment. And until as the interest of the researcher, if someone is researching, then his interest should also be protected. He must get royalty and agreement that this is the monopoly for the researcher for so much years. Until as we do, then whatever we discuss, resilience, we all know when we were studying in school, trees give oxygen and absorb carbon dioxide. This is a very simple thing. or water harvesting. I gave slogan in 2005 when we were celebrating silver jubilee of our company, खेत का पानी खेत में, गांव का पानी गांव में, and we took legendary star Amitabh Bachchan to promote pesticides because our image was spoiled by Amir Khan. We are in Satyamev Jayate. He shown as we are murderers, as we are criminals if we are supplying pesticides. That image was shown, and that was very disturbing. Then we brought legendary star Amitabh Bachchan to support pesticide. So first of all, we all sitting industries has to see our image is also improved, and all of us, if we decide that we will say plant medicine, then it will be a very good decision. And I thank you very much for giving chance and organizing this. And this message will be taken by our government people. Dr. Subhash Choudhary is also sitting. Dr. Vishal is also here. So whatever is in the interest of the farmers, last point, the decision should be taken keeping in mind the interest of the farmers and the nation, but not the interest of any particular group. Thank you.
Dr. Vishal ji, your views on this? Okay. I would now request Mr. Chandrashekhar ji.
Thank you, Pravin. I've got 2 points to say. एक जो पहली बात है, change in climate, then why it is happening, we know it all. It is because of the emission of your greenhouse gases coming from carbon dioxide and methane. Who are the pollutant? All developed nation, US, Europe, China, India, Indonesia, I think. These are the top 6 countries, those who are making it. Can we stop it? How it is coming? The fossil burning? So can we put, I can appeal from here, there are 2 things. One, working on agrochemical or a crop medicine to come up and create a resilient either formulation or technical is a very difficult task. But this one is an easier task which can be done. But this is not happening, and India is getting a part of it. We are polluting. So how can you check the emission of carbon dioxide and methane? That would be a very relevant point. Of course, seed can play a very important role in terms of the resistance towards the tolerance of heat and drought. Those are there. But agrochemical में मुझे लगता है कि this is a challenge. While looking to the recent development also, if we have to just refer, sir, IRAC में there are only 2 groups got added. Group 36 and 37. And both the chemicals which are there, one is from, both are from MNC dimpropyridaz, and the second one is, I forget the name. So these are the 2 only thing which has come up, but nothing relevant to the resilience of the climate and its performance. Similarly, in herbicide, if you look into HRAC, there are 4 chemicals got added, right? And none of them are so resilient, which can be really controlling something extra, which is not getting controlled. And I couldn't really see there is any formulation we have developed which is really extraordinary to manage either extreme temperature or the extreme low temperature. Those things are not there. So all in all, there is a lot of work to be done on the other side to check the emission, number 1. Number 2, sir, is my request here. We implemented drone technology. I was in the process since 2015 or 16, and one fine day we got this one, 21, I think, 20 or 21. We got this one, we have got it, and in a very accelerated manner, the government only introduced, okay, you can do it, fungicide, insecticide, you can do, herbicide, 2-year trials required. frankly speaking, it hasn't taken off. Now it is a question where we collectively have to think if we are bringing a technology with less research, it's going to really kick back. Once if it's there, I travel across the country, I haven't really come across where farmers are really asking, or the service provider is really making money, because there are a lot of things. One of the important thing is the dosage part. Without changing your formulation, we assume 10 to 20 liter of that is going to suffice 1 acre by reducing the droplet size. I think this needs to be internally debated, and then it should have been released. It would have been a boon to the nation. But today, I think there is a lot of skepticism, lot of doubts the farmer is having, and I fully endorse views of Dr. R.G. Agarwal. हमें जो कुछ करना है, अगर फार्मर के हित में करना है, तो ये हमारी क्रॉप मेडिसिन के ऊपर उसका भरोसा होगा, और जब उसका भरोसा होगा तो हम जरूर अग्रसर करेंगे. That was all from my side. Thank you, Pravin. Thank you.
Dr. Shubham Yadav, your views?
Thank you, sir. Actually, with the change of the climate, actually we need to develop new formulations. Like the chances of drought will increase in future, and also flood will also frequently happen. So we need to develop formulations like slow release formulations for the for fighting with the drought conditions. And also there will be some heavy rainfalls due to this climate change. So we need to develop coating formulation like water dispersible coating, these things. So for development of the new formulations are very important to fight the climate change. Thank you.